Hello and welcome to this EzzyBooks video demo. In this video, we are going to look at the EzzyBooks POS module, which basically will cover business types of bars, hotels, and restaurants. We're going to look at various functions of this module that will get you to have a brief of what the software entails. I would like to enumerate the modules before we start off with the system functions. So the bar, hotel, and restaurant module has a point of sale module. It has an inventory management and stock transfers module. It has a rooms management module, all through tracking issues of items that are used up in housekeeping. It does kitchen production and recipe costing. It does back office supply chain activities, that is invoicing, raising POs, and stuff like that. It does HR and payroll, with all these operation activities reporting to our finance and accounting module, making it a all comprehensive software to manage your business. In a nutshell, the software manages all the functions of the business. So we are going to look at the software itself and see each of these modules. The video will be a little bit fast because the software is quite comprehensive and we cannot be able to go step by step in a slow pace where you could really get the very detail. But if you require a full demonstration of the video, our staff will be available for that. So let us get going and see the software. So this is the screen that greets the user if they want to log into the back office system. But before we log into the back office system, I would like us to start with the front office, where the users in the restaurant or in the bar will be punching their orders, and then after seeing that, we'll be able to come to the back office, where we'll be able to see how now the back office staff, the management, will be able to do back office operations and be able to view reports of what was done in the front office. So to log into the front office, this is the touch interface. This is what will meet the users at the point of sale, that is at the bar, at the restaurant. Yeah, this is where they will be able to input their PIN. Each user will have their PIN. If I put my PIN, for example, I'll be able to view all the items that are in each department of the establishment. When I click the restaurant here, I'll be able to see all the items that are in the restaurant. If I click on the bar 2, I'll be able to see all the items in bar 2 and be able to see each of the categories. The items are arranged in categories such that the user can be able to navigate through and be able to choose what item they want to sell. The selling process is quite easy. For example, if I want to sell something like arrowroots, for example, I'll just click on arrowroots. I can be able to choose another item by going to another category. Say I want some lemon tea. So I punch lemon tea and we'll be able to see all the items that I've punched on the left, and we'll be able to click send order to be able to select what table I'm selling to. For example, I could say I'm selling to table 3 and select the table, so that now the system will print a receipt it will send a receipt to the thermal printer. We are able to configure this give me a prompt to save because I've no printer connected to my computer. But once you make the sale, it sends to the printer. We can configure it to print to the kitchen printer for the kitchen staff to be able to process the order, or print at the point where the terminal is, and then the waiter could take the receipt to the relevant place. So the receipt looks something like this. The receipt looks something like this. So it has the details of the sale, just a normal receipt, a normal thermal receipt. So basically, that is how we make a sale on EzzyBooks. So once that sale is made, and the customer has made payment, the cashier will be able to log in. The cashier will be able to log in into the system from whatever node they are in, and come to my bills and be able to look for the bill that was sold. For example, the bill that we have sold it under the name job, and I can be able to see this is the bill, and can say view items, be able to see yes, it is arrowroot and lemon tea, and I can be able to take cash and be able to declare what amount of money I've been given. I've been given 500, for example, and for this case, we are clearing the bill with cash, but we can be able to clear either with M-Pesa, credit card, check, PDQs. We can redeem points. We can use a voucher. So those are those are other options that we can be able to use to be able to take cash. But for this sake, I'll just take cash and say next customer. So just as we saw in the other step of making an order, you can choose to have a receipt at the point of clearing the cash. That process is ended. We have been able to make a sale, and the cashier has been able to clear a sale. Most of the functions for the touch interface will revolve around selling and clearing a sale. And in the establishment, it is the waiters that interact with the touch interface. From there, we'll be able to look at what we have done in the back office. The manager will need to know, for example, what are the sales that have been made. So we'll move to our back office application, where our management staff will be able to log in and be able to see the sales that have been made and other reports. So to log into the back office system, the user is required to choose their username and enter their password. Once they click OK, this is the interface that greets them. We can see their menus arranged from file setup. These are more of administrative menus. Then we have where we can be able to book our customers. We have accounting, we have inventory, we have sales, we have purchases, we have rooms, we have production. We'll go through each of these menus, but before that, I would like us to see the sales report by going to sales transaction list. By clicking the sales transaction list, we are able to see, you remember we just made a sale of lemon tea and arrowroot, and we can be able to see it is here because we have selected the date for today. Basically, we can toggle these dates and be able to see reports of other sales that were made. No other sales have been made from the 1st to the 3rd of September. We can be able to toggle the dates. Can say, for example, we want to view reports from the 1st of August up to today, and then we load. Be able to see, we can see the reports per user. We can be able to see the full report of all the sales that were made. We can use all these functionalities: category, customer, department, every other one of them, the mode of payment, to be able to view different views of the report. This can be printed. You can send this report to printer be able to either print it, send it directly to the printer, or we can be able to send to Excel, to PDF or Word. All our reports can be exported to these modes. That is how we view the sales that have been made in the system. Before So now we can look at the system with all the functions that are there in the system in brief. So I will start with how the system is put together, the platform that holds together the system, which is basically administrative. From the file tab, we can be able to do backup, we can restore backup, we can log in, log off, we can move from one branch to another branch. The system is enabled to be able to operate in a multi-branch environment. These are some of the utilities that our engineer used to be able to do implementation. They can import products from Excel. Don't need a lot about that. We have set up where we can create users. Every user is given their password. Very important, we have user rights. The system rights are menu based. So for example, if I can choose one of the users and say this user can only access cash sale, so they will only access cash sale and nothing else. So basically we manage this using the user rights portal. Another important menu is email settings, where we can be able to configure reports to be sent to email of the management. We can be able to configure bulk SMS settings so that you can be able to send SMS from inside the system. We have a system parameter file where we configure your reports to be specific to the institutions, not necessarily looking like reports of any other institution. We have loyalty points. People can be able to accumulate points that they can be able to redeem. We have something called audit trail. So in audit trail, we can be able to see the activities that have been done in the system. For example, the activities that have been done today in the system, you can see there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of activity that I've done in the system today. For example, we can take be able to take an example of an activity like, for example, someone comes in, opens customer information, gets this guy, edits their info, for example, adds some numbers on the phone number for some reason. If I save this information and go back to audit trail, I can be able to see this information was edited by this guy. The customer number is this one. The changes, the original data was this, and the original data was this, and the new data has been changed to this. You can also be able to capture the sign-in audit. That is where someone logged in from which machine, yeah, and then some comments regarding the login. That is audit trail. We have other setup facilities like setting up currency. The system is multi-currency. It can handle more than one currency. We have printer settings for preference of each and every institution on how they want their receipts to be printed. We have sync notifications for those people who are working in multi-branch environment. I want to be told when there's a requisition that is due. I want a pop-up menu that can be able to tell me there's a pending requisition that I need to accept and stuff like that. When we come to customer, we can be able to see the customers that have been booked into the system. You can see a list of customers here. I can be able to add a new one by just saying new and give them a name. And give them a name. Select the agenda. Put their phone, their ID number. Put their phone number and save the customer information. So that is the basic step of booking a customer into the system. The same, we can be able to go to inventory, add a product. Yeah, can be able to add a product. You see, these are the items you are seeing. You are seeing in the touch interface. You can add a product by giving it a name. Say, for example, you want to add a product called chai. You want to put it in the beverages category. Yeah, you say chai is 200, for example. It to be 200. Then you can add a picture of chai. You can go select a picture so that the waiters can be able to see it in an easy way, and then you say save to accept that item. That is a process of adding a product. After adding a product, there are transactions like we can be able to do adjustments of our stock. We can be able to do requisitions. We can be able to perform stock takes from the system. Quite a number of reports. We have the item quantity list, we have the item price list, we have stock cards, we have stock movement reports, stock movement summary, stock valuation. All these are reports that we can be able to explore to be able to interrogate our inventory. On the sale process, we can be able to create a customer, we can be able to do sales, we can do a cash sale, we can pay our invoices, we can do sale cancellation. All these can only be given to specific people who, according to the establishment policy, have the right to carry out these activities. We can do a sale quote, a sale invoice, basically all the supply chain processes. Here also we have reports. We have reports where we can be able to view all these activities. On purchases also, there's a list of activities that you can be able to do on the same. Can be able to process our orders. We can be able to purchase items into the system, and also we have the reports that are relevant to purchasing. Another function that the system is able to handle is a booking of rooms, as we said in the introduction, which basically, so we can be able to do room booking using the system. As you can see, the people that are booked in the system, you can be able to view them. There are color codes showing either the guy has overstayed, either the guy is presently there, the guy is there, they are booked but they have not occupied the room. So there are color codes and the statuses that can be able to show you that the booking process is quite easy. You just need to choose the package which the person is booking. You choose the number of days that they want to stay, and then choose the room which they are staying in, and basically say done. There are people who would want to go directly to check in the person. There are people who want to go through the update room reservation and check in. It depends with the institution. But basically, you can be able to do that and be able to process your check-in. Here, there are options of making payments where we can be able to make payment for this particular person after we have booked them in. Yeah, so after selecting the package, we would want to go to customer information and be able to create this person, enter their details, enter their name. We can either select an existing person that has been there before. If we select that person, their details are input there, or alternatively we create a new person. And once we are done that, we can be able to update the booking, and that person will be booked in. The system is rich with room reports. We can be able to view reports like the guest list, the occupancy report, the rooming list. Yeah, that can be able to tell you who are in the rooms, what rooms is selling more than what, and other metrics that can be able to understand our business better. We also have a facility for, as we mentioned earlier, we have a facility for creating kitchen production orders where we can be able to process items. We can be able to do kitchen production. We can be able to say a cup of hot chocolate is made of sugar, chocolate. What else makes chocolate? Yeah, and then be able to cost that so that it can help us to be able to do our cost of goods accurately. All these activities that we have been mentioning all report to accounting, and from those operations we can be able to view our balance sheet, can be able to view our profit and loss, and we are able to drill down each of these accounts. We can be able to interrogate these accounts. We can drill to specific channels and be able to interrogate where these transactions are coming from. Basically, in accounting also, we are able to perform various activities. We can do journal entries. We can be able to transfer money from account using our funds transfer facility, where we can be able to transfer money from one account to another. Very important for cash reconciliation, and be able to do our cash book reconciliation and be able to tick the transactions in our banking slips with what we can be able to see in the system. Yeah, basically, that would be that. We have a cash flow position, customer balance list, chart of account list, and some of the reports that you'll be able to see that relates to accounting. Apart from those operations, what is recorded separately is our expenses. That is the establishment overheads. Our expenses window is a one-line transaction window that can be entered even by people without accounting knowledge. They're able to enter, just able to specify what expense it is, yeah, and be able to put the amount and the other relevant details and save, so that will also be included in accounting. So in the basic view of the system, that is an overview of the system, and that brings us to the end of this video. You can be able to talk to us, and we can be able to do a comprehensive demo either at our offices or online or at your premise, whatever the preference is. Thank you so much.